Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection, where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice. This is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. It is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Yes, we are halfway through the work week. Good to be here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week, in regardless to any and everything. Have a wonderful week. Even if your internet decides that it doesn't want to work for you. Oh my goodness. My hotspot is not working. Anyhow. But we've got Miss Morningstar that can give us the news that we can use. And I'm hoping that my hotspot comes up. You know, a little technical difficulties never does anybody wrong. You know, I guess that's how life is nowadays. Let me say good evening to our family and friends on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our journey, a part of our mission. We appreciate you guys so very, very much. All right, here is your daily reminder to drink your 16 ounces of water as soon as you wake up. Take your morning medications as well as your vitamins, and eat you a delicious breakfast because you know it, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So get your breakfast in, folks. All right, so now I'm going to turn it on over to Miss Morningstar. She's going to give us some positive affirmations to get us through this beautiful Wednesday. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. I am good. Happy Hump Day. We are here, y'all. It's Wednesday, so we are halfway to the end of the week, to the weekend. It's almost here.
48 hours.
48 hours. I'll be counting. Yes.
Me too.
So yeah, I'm excited. I hope everybody woke up in a good mood, feeling positive, because we're going to bring some positivity to you anyway through these affirmations. So these affirmations today, affirmations to show love, are powerful tools used to build emotional connections, boost confidence, and nurture relationships. Whether you want to express deep appreciation for a partner, manifest romantic love, or practice profound self-love, repeating these positive phrases helps strengthen healthy, loving bonds. So I got some affirmations to attract love, prosperity, good health, and wealth. Number 1, I fill my mind with positive thoughts. That's what you got to first start to do.
Yeah.
I have the power to create change and build a life I love. I'm worthy of success. I am worthy of love. Love is all around me. The love I've always dreamed of is real and part of my story, and more amazing than I could ever have hoped or wished for. I only attract healthy, loving relationships. My mind is sound. My body is whole. My body is healthy, and I am free of any physical, emotional, and mental pain alignments.
Amen.
As of today, I let go of all negative thoughts and feelings regarding money and my finances. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. That's always good. I find peace through the financial security. Security is a constant in my life and will continue to be all of my days. I attract wealth and opportunity. I celebrate the success of others. Insecurity, jealousy, and feelings of inadequacy have no place in my heart or mind.
I know that's right.
I am not intimidated by current circumstances. I am valuable. I'm worthy. I attract every good thing that God has for me. I am blessed to be I am blessed to be a blessing. My cup runs over,
Runneth over, baby.
runneth over. I have only scratched the surface of the blessings headed my way.
Amen.
There you go, y'all.
Amen. I feel all that and I receive all of that.
It's
Unexpected
received.
money blessings. No. But that would be nice. Nothing.
That's nice. I mean, that has happened in my life a few
Me
times.
too.
Go to the mailbox and somebody done sued somebody you ain't know you had some money coming.
Yep, yep, yep. Waiting on AT&T to come on through.
Okay.
I need my little change because
Run me my
AT&T.
whatever my little cut is.
Run me my coins, please. Run me
Okay.
my
Please
coins.
and thank you.
Please and thank you. Thank you, Miss Morningstar, for those positive affirmations. Go
Absolutely.
ahead and hop into this hot weather. Hot in Houston. H stands for hot for Houston. All right. Holly Springs, today you have a high of 81, a low of 66. Feels like 83 during the day, 67 at night, with a 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the south southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be overcast today. You may catch a stray shower or thunderstorm, so take your umbrella. Humidity will be high during the day and very high at night. Memphis, Tennessee. Today you have a high of 83, a low of 69. Feels like 86 during the day, 71 at night, with a 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the south southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, overcast. I won't call it an ugly day. I just will say that the sun's not going to be shining on you as much. Humidity will be high during the day and very high at night. Don't forget your umbrella. H Town, come on through. Hot as heck. High today of 94, low of 74. Feels like 101 degrees during the day, 86 at night with an 8% chance of rain. Winds are out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to be sunny and hot. Not hot, hot. Okay. Humidity is high during the day and very high at night. And Melba, please stop posting in TikTok of 68-degree weathers in Connecticut. We do not care. Okay. I'm over here melting. I was so mad. I went to lunch yesterday and I just could not cool off. But I walked to one of the stores and they had one of those giant air conditioners by the door because it gets hot. Baby, the way I stood there and cooled off, it felt so good. I wonder where they get it at because I would love to put that in my bedroom. Now, my husband, he might, he might divorce me. He's already crying at night because it's hot. It's hot, and I guess when men get older, do y'all not? Can y'all not take the cool air? Because it's hot, and he's okay with it. But me, I can't breathe. I'm coughing. Oh my goodness. Well, Nikki, you would love to be that hot. You need to move on down here. Move on down here. We've been inviting you for a good year now. Come on down. And you can enjoy some of this hot heat with us. Cause baby, it does not miss. You step outside, you're gonna feel it. How are you enjoying this weather, Miss Morningstar? Isn't it lovely, hot and muggy and humid?
It's high. I stay in the AC most of the time because I mean you be out there too long. I
Yeah.
mean, and I don't want to talk down on the heat because I gotta show appreciation because of where I'm from. Okay, and I spent more of my years where I'm from than here, so I gotta show some appreciation. But baby, it get hot here.
Yes, it does. And I don't know. I'm from up north as well, but this is a different kind of heat from when I moved down here when I was
It
sick.
is not. It's not regular. It's
The
regular
sun
heat.
is sunning,
It's yeah, that sun be
sunning,
it play a lot.
childish, very childish. But that is your weather for today, folks. Get out
Mhm.
there and enjoy your Wednesday. Go be great. Uh, get you a walk. Well, that could be it. Get you a walk around the block a couple times. Of course, when the sun is going down. Don't do it when it's hot. And if you decide to go out there, Memphis and Holly Springs residents, please take your umbrella just in case. All right. Melba did make an interesting comment. She said maybe it's the data centers. It could be. I blame the data centers. They
Oh,
doing a lot.
Mellow. I
Maybe
think you
that's
want
it.
something. I
She
think you
might
want.
be on to something.
It's probably making remember, back in the day, we used to always talk about the ozone layer. As you was a kid, they used to
You
say,
know.
spray, and
Yes,
it's
I remember
all they
that.
got to protect the ozone, and it's coming into fruition now. Like, because the way the weather is going across the world, across the country, it's
These
just
tornadoes, these
yeah,
uh,
floods,
floods,
hurricanes, stuff in
earthquakes.
the water.
Yes,
It's something going on.
it's something in the milk ain't clean. That's all
And
I
I
can say.
want to put these data centers everywhere. What else is that going to affect? That's going to affect the ozone as well. I mean, I
Pretty
would think
much, pretty much. I know it's affecting the
all
residents
this
of
AI,
Tennessee and the residents of Mississippi. And I heard something about what they want to do with those data centers in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, leave them folks alone. We please, Elonia. Why don't you go over there and talk to them folks over in Iran and tell them what you want to do? All right. Anywho, oof,
Anyway, anyway, he a trillionaire. He's somewhere being a trillionaire.
yeah, somewhere being a menace with his homeboy. That is your weather for today. Let's go ahead and hop into some news that you can use. Miss Morningstar, you want to start us off? I did get my hotspot to work, so I do have a couple. But you can go
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I want to start in some community stuff. So, um, Memphis, we back outside. We
back
back
outside.
outside. Main camp aims to get children across Memphis active and engaged. So there's a camp. I guess this is a camp that happens regularly in the summer where parents and guardians. It's a summer camp spot open through Memphis parks. So it's through a number of different parks within the Memphis area, Memphis, Tennessee area. And the best part of it, y'all, is free.
Ain't that
It's
nice?
free. You can drop your kid off at the camp, and it's called We Back Outside Maine, MANE,
Wow.
which stands for Making All New Experiences.
I like
So
that.
yeah, it runs Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for children ages 5 to 15 at 7 different parks across Memphis. They provide a free lunch to all the people, all the participants. So the
Participants.
kids get a free lunch
Good.
and they outside. I love it.
I love
It's
it.
intended to keep kids off their phone. Get them off the phone, get them off the internet, let them get back outside like normal kids used to do and be active.
Yeah.
Put the video games down, all of that stuff. All this technology that has took over our children. This
Yeah.
is a way to, get them back active, get some exercise, enjoy the sun, enjoy being a kid like we used to be.
Yes. Please get out there and go be a kid.
Yeah, so the camp runs through July 24th. And I'll name the parks that it'll be at. Fraser Park, David Carney's Park, Marquette Park, Bickford Park, Burt Ferguson Park, Roselle Annisdale Park, and Robert Howes Park.
That's
Okay.
good.
So these are the parks. You guys look into it, look it up. Get your kids out, get them doing something. Ages, what did I say, 5 to 15?
5 to 15.
Perfect
That's
age.
perfect
Let them get
ages. Yeah.
outside and, somewhere
That's
in a
good.
safe environment with
Mhm.
adults.
I love that. I love that Tennessee is doing that. Memphis, Tennessee is doing that for their young people. They
Mm-hmm.
need something to do. Idle the Devil's Workshop. Get them busy, get them outside, get them off those phones, off those tablets. You are absolutely correct, Miss Morningstar. Plus, they'll get a meal during the day,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
get fed. What?
and
And it's
make sure
free.
it's
Okay.
free. And so
That's
you pack them a couple of waters, get them a cooler so they can take their
have
water
some
with them.
snacks, whatever they eat,
Yes, or
bags.
snacks. Man, I wish I
Love
had
it.
that in Houston because I mean we do, but we got to pay for ours.
You gotta pay for everything
Unfortunately,
around here.
everything. Yeah, yeah. But congratulations to you guys. That's
Yeah,
commendable.
that's awesome. Um,
Uh, Go
go.
ahead.
You want to go next? We going
Mm-mm.
back for it?
You
Okay.
go right ahead.
In buffoonery news with the big ape, Dead ducks adds to the Trump reflection pool drama. So, local wildlife organizations
Oh, Chris
are
Peter.
performing necropsy. So, necropsy, I guess, is something like an autopsy on a duck. On ducks, they found dead, unalived, near the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool.
Just
It
floating.
appears they've been poisoned. I mean,
It appears.
it appears that they've been poisoned. They've
What
been
did it say yesterday?
alive by
Who
the
did
hands
that?
of who?
Frumpy.
Yep. So, and then it was a discovery of a trio of ducks have been prompted. They've been now they're worried that this is happening because of a fatal flaw. You hear that, y'all? Fatal
Mm.
flaw that happened with the reflection pool, and then pouring the hydrogen peroxide, and doing some other inhumane things. I mean, you didn't think about the animals that
No, they
are
don't. I
behind.
mean, if they don't care about people, they're definitely not going to
Mm.
care about the animals. Oh, let's pour peroxide in the water. No, oh, it's
This
okay.
is the
Maybe
peroxide. You got
fish
little
and
duckies.
ducks and birds may drink it. And, you know, what's a few animals' lives when, they want to see a blue fountain. Oh, girl.
And it's far from that. And now you got a little ducky floating around in the pool. He gone, y'all.
Well, Frumpy strikes again. Boo Boo the Fool.
Added to his checkoff list of all the schmurders.
Check. First it was people with COVID. Now it's poor ducks with
Oh, and then it was
peroxide.
people on boats and stuff. So I mean, you name it, he done it.
Yeah.
He done made his way
Yeah.
around.
He didn't, made sure that Keg's breath was, blowing boats out the water. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's added to the list. It's added to the
Nothing
list.
safe. People, fishermen, now ducks. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah.
Mm.
And my final story is in good news. Hopefully, high profile attorneys for join Carmelo Anthony's appeal efforts.
Good.
So
Good.
he has now a legal team of high profile lawyers. Monday, they are going to represent Carmelo Anthony as he appeals the Schmurder conviction of 35 years in prison sentence for the incident between him and Metcalf. This is 2 weeks after he filed, paper oath requests because he was looking for a counsel because they ran out of money. And
They're doing it pro bono, right?
these lawyers are doing it pro bono. Legal team
Mm.
consists of a civil rights attorney, a criminal defense attorney, former Dallas County prosecutor, Russell Wilson, Michael Ware, director of Innocent Project of
Good.
Texas NAACP, Gary Bledsoe, Brooke Claw, she's with Ben Crump's law firm,
Mm-hmm.
Sean Durrity, and Justin Moore, and they're all doing it. They're all joining together, doing this pro bono to help this young man. So let's rally together. I hope that they
And
help.
pray. Yes.
Yes, hope that
Yeah.
they help this young man get some real justice. Okay.
Yeah, something needs to happen, but we knew it was going to happen, but we aren't discouraged.
No.
What we do, we've always had to fight back. All
Yeah.
right, let's get into this. I found this one, it kind of shocked me. Tennessee forces migrant parents with severely ill kids to make a choice: drop out of healthcare programs or risk deportation. You heard me. Undocumented families in Tennessee who rely on a state program to provide life-saving health care for their severely ill or disabled children or child could be forced to disenroll from the program or risk their immigration status being reported to an immigration enforcement agency.
Mm, mm, mm. That is terrible. Where
So
do where do we live, y'all? Where are we at?
HELL.
Yeah, that's so inhumane. Correct. You're right, Miss Jack. That is inhumane. No type of humanity.
No
At all. Who,
compassion, no empathy.
who
They
gives somebody that type of like either or? What?
either you let your child with life life threatening illnesses who are severely disabled, severely ill, either you let them suffer or you stay on the insurance and risk being deported. Did y'all vote for Donald Trump? Anyway, low income families in Tennessee have turned to the Children's Special Service Program for diagnostic tools, prescriptions, wheelchairs, hospitalization, surgeries, therapies, and more to support children with illnesses or physical disabilities. The program has served families regardless of immigration status. But beginning July 1st, in 2 weeks, children without legal immigration status enrolled in the program will be reported to the Tennessee Centralized Immigration Enforcement Division, ICE, an agency created last year to share data with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Parents without legal immigration status who need the program for their child must now decide whether the medical resources are worth risking ICE intervening and potentially deporting them. Yeah, let that sink in, folks. This is why it is so important to vote in your local
Yeah.
and your local elections, every election. It is important for you to vote. I don't care if it's voting for the dog catcher. Every election is important because if those people weren't in office, they wouldn't have thought of this law to hurt people, hurt children, not just hurt, because
Yeah.
if they don't get the care that they need, they will unalive.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm not going to let my child unalive just suffer, so I'm going to go ahead and take them to the hospital and do what I need to do. But when I get home, I may get deported and then my child is at the hospital. This is
Just just
insane.
think about the amount of stress on those parents and on
Yeah.
that family. Like I know we all have our set of things we're going through because we're literally going through something right now
Trials
as
and
a
tribulations.
country, But just think about these people. But we don't have, most of us don't have people coming in threatening to take our children off of valuable insurance that they need to maintain
To
their health,
live, to
to
live.
live. Like
Hmm.
that don't just happen to just, and these people been here paying into these taxes and everything, trying to get their citizenship in most cases.
In most cases.
And they don't get any benefits of that paying
Mm-mm.
taxes, and because we got a demon has taken over the country. This is the
Well,
kind of stuff we dealing with.
it is. Nikki and both Nikki and I think it was Jack both said I thought that they were the party of protecting children.
Oh,
Oh.
cool. Oh,
I thought they were what were they, pro-choice?
what
I
they
thought that
say.
they want, they want you to have children. Is that not the case any longer?
But I guess you can have them, but then I mean, good luck on trying to take care of them.
Yeah, pretty much. Pro-life. That's right. Thank you, Nikki. I thought they were pro-life. Have the child, but don't ask us, and don't ask us to help because things happen. People lose their jobs, they lose their insurance. It happens every single day. No matter what your immigration status, whether you're in this country, born in this country, or you have your immigration status, you are a legalized citizen. It doesn't matter. These are children. They're pro-birth, not pro-life. They want you to have them, push them out. But after that, it's F them kids. Let's go to a commercial break. You know, every single day, every day. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and the worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingandTrainingServices.com.
To WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. So today's topic is how's your mental? Summer self-care, preventing burnout before it starts. But before we get to that, I just want to remind you guys that we do have a show this evening, but I wanted to follow up on one more about these new laws that are taking effect. You know, it's shocking to me that they're going to do this, but let's get into it. There's also dozens of new laws that will take effect in Tennessee on July 1st, 2026. And I just wanted to go through a couple of those laws. We can get into it a little bit deeper if need be. But the laws cover a wide range of issues such as compliance with deportation orders, teacher-student relationships, limitations on classroom technology, and more. Okay, so immigration enforcement privacy. There's a new law that's taking effect The bill states that the name, contact information, address, and other personal identifying information of each federal, state, or local officer, agent, or participating um, official participating federal immigration enforcement agency would not be subject to public inspection. This law makes certain records regarding immigration enforcement actions are confidential and not subject to public disclosure by the state or local government entities. So they can hide their records, certain records regarding immigration and how they enforce it. They don't have to publicize that. They also have a Charlie Kirk Act. The bill introduced by Rep. Gina Boso, of course, she's a Republican.
I'm sorry, you said who? Charlie who?
Charlie Kirk. Yeah, they got to act. Would require Tennessee colleges and universities to adopt certain free speech protections and policies modeled after the University of Chicago's freedom of expression policy. So they just want your kids to listen to hate. So here's a full look of what would be prohibited by the bill of institutions of higher education and faculty members. Refusing to invite a speaker because of the viewpoints expressed or exposed by the speaker, or canceling an invitation of the speaker to speak at the institution in response to threatened protest or opposition from students or faculty. If the students don't want to hear it, why y'all bringing it to the school? If they don't want to hear that. Prohibiting a student organization from inviting a speaker to campus, or restricting a student organization in its choice of invited speakers. So they want the triple K to be able to come on in and speak to the kids.
I don't know about you, Kitty, but if I was a speaker and
I would want to go.
I wouldn't want to come to somewhere where the people don't want to hear me. To me, now you're just an agitator. You're an agitator because now you want to come just to agitate people. And that sounds like those supremacist groups.
It does. I mean, I could say something, but I'm just going to say this. It is called the Charlie Kirk Act.
Well,
you know,
here you go.
And you know, how did he end up? Anyway, retaliating against a faculty member on account of the viewpoints expressed in the faculty members' scholar work, or on account of any speech or writing protected by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Yes, you have freedom of speech, you sure do, but you don't have freedom of consequences. Discriminating or retaliating against a person on account of the person's sincere religious beliefs. Oh, they want these white Christian heathens to come on through. Discriminating or retaliating against a person on account of the person's opposition to ABs, homosexuality, or transgenderism, regardless of whether that opposition is motivated by religious or non-religious beliefs. So they can come on in and spew all the bigotry they want. Denying recognition to any student group or denying any employer access to an on-campus student interviews on account of the student groups or employers' beliefs or opposition as described in 4 or 5. So they just want to open up the door. Y'all come on in.
Oh, what is this project 2025
part of it?
Part 2.
Part 2, 2.0.
Yeah.
They also have the penalties include, it makes it a Class A misdemeanor for someone who has been ordered by the federal government to leave the United States, remain in Tennessee. Oh, wait. Yeah, penalties for failing to comply with deportation orders. They make that a Class A misdemeanor for someone who has been ordered by the federal government to leave the United States to remain in Tennessee more than 90 days after that order. And, you know, I don't stay where I'm not wanted. If they tell me to get on up out of here, I'm just gonna go. But I'm a U.S. citizen. I was born here, baby. You can't get rid of me. Drink spiking testing. So this ordinance requires testing devices to be stocked in businesses where alcohol is served. Now, this is a good one. It also makes drugging or spiking F1 and some fruit in the comments, please, someone else's drink a Class D felony. Good. So if convicted, that would mean up to 12 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. Under a bill, a qualifying drink testing device must meet all of the following requirements. Anyway, it tells you what has to be there when they have that machine, but every bar has to have that drink testing machine in it. That's
Yeah,
a good.
I love that.
I love that.
Definitely like that. That is way overdue.
There's another one, underage vaping and tobacco purchase. In Tennessee, um, it creates penalties for people under 21 who illegally buy tobacco, hemp, vapor products, or smokeless tobacco. Those penalties could include 50 hours of community service, completion of a court-ordered program, and a fine from $10 to $50 for those ages 18 to 21. So you have to be 21 in order to buy tobacco. So I'm okay with that. Teacher-student relationships. Why is that even a thing? Why do we have to?
I heard you mention it earlier, and I was just waiting till you got to that part because I'm like, huh? What? Relationship? Okay, let me hear this.
According to the Tennessee General Assembly website, HB 1973 SB 2106 expands the prohibition on sexual relationships between teachers and students. F1 in the comments, please. We know that teachers should not be dealing with children, students, period. Why do they have to make a law? This comes as a criminal case involving a former Middle Tennessee high school band director is charged with rape and accused of having inappropriate relationships with 3 female students. Why we got to have a bill? People don't know that you're not supposed to touch children.
Well, we know who are the known suspects of this, known offenders. Okay. No, they don't know. They don't know no better. That's what they like.
Know better.
They're just they like it. That's what they Neanderthal. Well, let me be quiet.
Deadly force to protect property. This allows homeowners to use deadly force to protect their property in certain situations. It includes to prevent attempted or actual trespassing, arson, and damage to property. The bill also protects using deadly force to prevent burglary, theft, robbery, damage to livestock, or aggravated cruelty to animals. There's also threats against schools and child care facilities. Please, y'all. Why are y'all even threatening anybody? Boy, I tell you. They passed this one, drug testing after suspected mass shooting. Okay. F1, please. Requires a county medical examiner or regional forensic center to test a deceased suspect's mass pupil for drugs, including therapeutic levels of psychotropic drugs, if the shooting resulted in 4 or more deaths.
Sparkle Kicks took the words right out of my mouth. What is drug testing going to do after they've already committed the heinous crime of pew in the school? I mean, so come on, get over here. Let me see if you on them drugs. I mean,
that's after the fact. That's a little.
You didn't went in. You're a little late. Half of the school. Like what?
You're a little late. I got a few more, and then we're gonna wrap this up because they passed a lot in Tennessee. They have local police agreements with ICE, requires sheriffs of each county to enter an agreement under an available federal 287G immigration enforcement program starting January 1st, 2027. So the local police have to work with ICE. The bill does allow for sheriff's offices to temporarily suspend compliance with the agreement during emergencies that would require deputies to be redirected to respond to public safety threats. So y'all want police officers to now be ICE agents. Got it. Grace Ann Sparks coercive suicide prevention law. So this creates a Class D felony offense of coercion of suicide. So y'all don't encourage people to take themselves out. Why do we have to have laws to tell people common sense? But I guess if it ain't in the law book, I guess some people feel like they can do it. Sentencing in cases involving multiple minors. According to Tennessee's General Assembly website, this requires judges to order consecutive sentences for defendants convicted of 2 or more crimes involving more than one minor victim unless the court decides otherwise. No, yeah, let's run them consecutive, not concurrent. I'm with that. I'm with that. So if you have touched a minor, instead of them running them, if it's 2 kids and they give you 20 years and they run it concurrent, that means they're going to run them together. But if you run them consecutive, that means one after the other, in my Cat Williams voice. Yeah, keep them in prison. Aggravating factors in death penalty, according to the Tennessee, outlines aggravating factors that can support sentencing a defendant to unalivement or life without the possibility of parole. They have one for retail theft registry and tougher penalties for shoplifting, child trafficking awareness in schools. So they're going to teach kids from kindergarten through 12th grade about trafficking, which I think is wonderful, considering, they have to. And limiting classroom technology. So you guys out there in Tennessee, just go and read up. There is a lot. They've got something about pregnant women. What is this one? AI, mental health care, child care, red tape reduction act, emergency care for pregnant women. Let's see. There's certain conditions that apply. So there have been a lot of laws that will go into effect come July 1st. Please go check it out. If you are in Memphis, Tennessee, or anywhere in Tennessee, know your laws, know your rights. That is our news.
A lot going on in Tennessee.
A lot of new things happening. So yeah, I need you guys to stay on top of that. Let's bring our sisters up and let's get into how's your mental health, summer self-care, preventing burnout before it starts.
This one is Alzheimer's.
Okay, because this one we talked about last week. We talked about
we switched.
summer burnout.
When were y'all gonna tell me that we switched? I guess y'all did.
We forgot you weren't here last week.
What I will do is I will change it after the fact. So today we're talking about Alzheimer's awareness. All right. Let's get into it. Good morning, Ms. Jack, and good morning, Nikki. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll talk to y'all again.
I'm laughing off of some of the stuff you said about the bills and the laws and stuff going on in Tennessee.
A lot going on in Tennessee.
Yeah, y'all better read because they'll slide some stuff in on you. You won't know.
Yeah. Nikki, your hair is beautiful.
It is cute, isn't it?
Thank you.
I like that. Do y'all want to say
always be cute?
I know, right? Do y'all want to say good morning to your listening audience out there in Radio World, Radio Land?
Sure. Good morning, WKRA 92.7. I hope y'all having a wonderful, hot. I'm pretty sure y'all wake up and it's hot.
It's not as hot as Houston. They're having rain today, so it's not as bad. They're in their 80s. We're in the hundreds.
It's warm. Well, it's warm here in Georgia, but we are definitely not in the hundreds. Thank God, not yet.
Listen, WKRA, send me some heat. Texas, send me Houston, send me some heat. I'm here for it.
What y'all looking like over there in Minnesota, right?
Yeah. We were doing good and then like the last couple of weeks it's been like in the 60s and raining on off and storming. No, I'm cold. I got my little crummy sleeves on. I'm cold.
I get cold quick too.
So well in that.
You know what? My parents told me in Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, they was like, yeah, it's a little chilly. It's 60 something. I was like, oh, y'all bougie acting. Y'all done left Texas and now y'all chilly.
That sounds like some beautiful
they spent a month here, so they got to feel the heat. Now y'all acting funny. Y'all back home. Y'all
brand new. Yeah, they have brand new now.
The heat. It was hot down here. It's been hot for a minute. So let's get into this. Is it Alzheimer Awareness Month also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
There's a
Okay.
lot of awareness, and June is full.
June is
Yeah.
busy.
Just search
We're aware in
things
June. We
going
are
on
definitely
in
aware.
June. We have to limit it down before we give y'all the topics because there's so many. So yeah, this one is Alzheimer's awareness.
All right. Well, who's gonna kick us off? Is that you, Nikki, or is that you?
Nikki can start. Go ahead on, Nikki.
Okay, I'll start. So it is Alzheimer's Awareness Month. And the first piece of information I just want to start with is kind of what the difference is between dementia and Alzheimer's, because I think a lot of times we use those words interchangeably, but it's not the same. So
Right.
I always like to give a visual. So if you think of like an umbrella, dementia is the umbrella term, right? And Alzheimer's falls up under the dementia. So Alzheimer is a type of dementia, and dementia is like the term, the all over term.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
That-
know
Yeah.
that. So is it it's like a tree limb?
form?
I'll say like a
Yeah.
tree limb to the Alzheimer, to the dementia.
Yeah. So like there's different types there's like vascular dementia, Lewy body dementia, mixed dementia, there's substance induced dementia, and there's Alzheimer's.
Oh.
So there's different types. So it's like the the overarching thing is dementia because it is you have symptoms that have to do with your thinking and your cognitive and your brain cells and stuff like that. But it breaks off and it's its own piece of it. So it's not the same thing.
I'll give y'all
Okay.
the definition of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a progressive, irreversible brain disorder that slowly destroys memory, thinking skills, and eventually the ability to perform basic daily tasks. It is the most common type of dementia, and it is not a normal part of aging. So, like she said,
Right.
it's a part of dementia. Dementia and Alzheimer's is separate for people that think it's two different things. One is part of the other.
Okay. All right. That's very interesting. It's something that I was not aware of, like we just said, but doesn't dementia, it messes with your memory as well, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's
So dementia,
go ahead.
dementia is a set of symptoms that affect your memory and your thinking. So that's what dementia is as a whole.
Okay.
And then Alzheimer's is, like you said, Tam, if you want to say about a tree, it's a branch that comes off of dementia and it has its own set of things. So scientists think that Alzheimer's is caused by like abnormal changes in your brain that damage and destroy your cells over time. So that's what they're saying that Alzheimer's is caused by. So there'll be more than just memory issues. It'll be like memory problems, difficulty learning new information, changes in your mood, problems communicating. So the person is kind of changing in front of you versus just having those issues with memory. So it's more to it. It's more specific.
Right.
So when they say like they're showing signs of early stage dementia,
Yeah.
like
Right.
early stage dementia, what does that mean in a sense, Nikki? What would you say that mean in a nutshell?
So-
like they haven't branched off into a form of dementia, or they're just having those
It's the early stages.
Right. So that's just like not specific. It's just generic, right? It's early stages of dementia, which means there may be some memory loss or some memory issues that are far beyond just normal aging.
Oh,
Right.
And so
And then-
that would be like early stage of dementia. Alzheimer's, substance-induced dementia, vascular dementia, those would be more specific pack of symptoms that are more than just losing your memory.
Okay, so what's substance? Well, we have to take a break because I do want to know what's the differences. What's the difference of substance abuse dementia? What was the other two?
vascular has got to do with the heart, because
The
vascular
heart problem. Yeah.
with heart.
And then I'll do some warning signs and stuff to watch for when we come back because there's 10 of them.
Absolutely. Good, good. Let's take a quick commercial break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, Customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
Remember, Iran doesn't have a choice in a lot of this because we destroyed so much. Yeah, and I'll give you a quick math equation. Okay, maybe they do end up getting $20 billion, let's say. Let's say we're still $300 to $500 billion ahead, considering we destroyed their Navy, destroyed their Air Force, destroyed all those nuclear facilities I already spoke about, their steel manufacturing, their drone manufacturing, and so many other things. We destroyed all that and closed their ports. We're pretty far ahead.
So we destroyed everything, and we're going to pay them to rebuild it all, pay them to open the strait that was already open for free. And at the same time, people here in the district can't afford to eat, can't afford their health care, and can't afford rent. Got it. If that don't make sense to you either, please consider supporting my campaign. Go to BernardTaylorForCongress.com. Let's bring some change here to Florida.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing, it's a movement. Our comfortable confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Today we have our sisters in the house, and today we are talking about Alzheimer's awareness. All right, Nikki, I'm going to turn it back over to you so we can get back into it. I'm here to learn, honey.
Okay, so I think before we went to break, you asked me what was the difference between substance-induced dementia and vascular. So substance-induced dementia can comes on after prolonged use of substances. So It can be for educational purposes. It can be alcohol. It can be opiates, whatever you've used for a long period of time. And sometimes with extended use of like
substances, illegal substances.
like alcohol, opiates, stuff like that. So with alcohol, like if you use that for a long time, you can have like a decrease in your thymine in your system, and that can cause the onset of dementia. When I was working in inpatient psych, I had people who was as young. The youngest person I had that got diagnosed with that was 40 years old. Yeah. He was drinking. Had been drinking for years. He had started drinking when he was like 9 or 10. and he had been drinking for years, and we did all the workup. He came in, we were doing all this different stuff, and we realized it was dementia. I ended up being able to get him into a nursing home. They didn't think I would be able to because how old he was, but he had dementia and he couldn't function on his own.
Oh man,
that's horrible.
That's one of the symptoms of drinking. Sometimes people drink so much when they wake up the next day, they don't remember anything that happened.
Yeah.
But this is so much so that it's not just like you blacked out or you had that blackout moment and not remembering. This is more of your brain cells are being harmed and you can't get it back if you wanted to. So it's not just like you blacked out because you drank too much. It's more of, it really does bring on dementia. Like there's no, you can't repair that.
It's
Let
disease.
me ask.
It
is
disease. Yeah.
So that doesn't happen in everybody. So have they linked it back to like a certain gene within your system that is caught that will exacerbate dementia coming on if you're drinking alcohol? Because how does that not happen for everybody and it only happens for some people? I would think that there's something within that person that's it's triggered by alcohol that will cause dementia.
A genetic, you would say.
Yeah,
because they do say like
Alzheimer's
that can be tied to genetics in a sense, and just like alcoholism can be a genetic form. Like if you have a lot of alcoholism within your family, they usually tell you to stay away from
alcohol.
Yeah, because you guys have a very high tolerance to become addicts.
An addict,
an addict.
So has that been approached or anything? I don't know.
They're always doing more and more research trying to figure out what happens with it. Also, there's something called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, which is like it causes severe memory issues and some other issues too that's alcohol related. So it's just that it's killing off your brain cells. This is stuff that's not
you gotta worry about drinking no more. I need every cell I got.
I think they would have to drink a lot of time, repeatedly, all the time to induce.
I'm good. I ain't had drinking
substance related one. You would have to be drinking a lot.
And then you don't know how much what other damage was done. Did you hit your head? Do you have some brain injuries? Like what else happened? But it's damaging your brain cells, and it's
But like
that's what brings it on.
It's a lot of cases. I've seen cases of and it wasn't so much as dementia, but people with cirrhosis of the liver. I mean, I worked in transplant for a few years. So I've seen people as young as in their early 30s, late 20s, come in with cirrhosis of liver. Okay. I had a family member, a cousin who was younger than me, who passed away about a year ago from cirrhosis of the liver. And that's over the years of, you just have to think of how much you drink. People wake up with a bottle in their hand. I've seen people do that and go to bed with a bottle in their hand. So this is constant drinking all day.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not just like every now and again. This is like, you've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Right. Like eating. Yeah. Like you eat every day. They drinking every day, 2-3 times.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So vascular is your heart.
Yeah. So vascular has to do with like high blood pressure, diabetes that might be high and not kept in control, chronic vascular disease, stuff like that. That there's like some limited access to oxygen in the brain. There's some sort of something that's making you not get the oxygen you need to your brain cells. So all this is about damaging the brain cells. It could even be maybe you had a stroke and it could be onset immediately, or maybe you had a whole bunch of small ones and now you can kind of see the dementia. So it's caused by reduced oxygen in the brain from medical issues.
Yeah.
From stuff that has to do with like your blood pressure and diabetes and vascular disease, stuff like that.
And typically people who have a stroke, a brain bleed, that type of stroke, it does affect their memory.
works.
Is what my brother's doctor and my mother's doctor told me. So
now my granddad, his was in the family. What is it called? His was
Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Yes.
My granddad was 80. I think he was 82 when he passed away. His mother is still alive. She just had her 100th birthday last year.
Wow.
She has complete Alzheimer's. She does not know. She thinks she's a child. She thinks she's 9 years old. My granddaddy, before he passed, his came on maybe towards his last, like, let's say 3 or 4 years. And then he had issues with diabetes. He had a lot of things going on at the same time. But he knew what age he was, kind of, but his was more of a not knowing the year that we were in, thinking that he was going to go get gas in his truck and it was still in the 80s, and gas, he could fill it up with like $15 and fill the whole truck. It was that type of thing. So he was at that part of Alzheimer's. So yeah, it's so many different things that caused it, but he got it hereditary.
Right.
And my uncle are worried because they had this. He is their dad. He wasn't my mom's dad. It was my grandma had 2 other kids by him. So they're kind of worried right now about what's going to happen once they get older, because
it's on both their parents, mom and dad.
No, just the dad.
Just the dad.
But their grandma had it.
I say genetics is funny. Sometimes things give generations. You don't know, but they probably should just stay aware.
Well, we hoped. We're gonna hope for the best.
Yeah, and just stay aware.
Stay aware.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give y'all warning signs to watch for. There's 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's that can lead to early diagnosis and better care planning. One of them is memory loss that disrupts your daily life. Now, I have squirrel moments. I have things I write down in my phone because there's a lot that I do, and if I'm not going to remember everything. That's not the same thing. We're talking about something that actually interrupts and disrupts your daily life. Forgetting where you're going, forgetting where you are, forgetting how you got somewhere is a little more serious than just forgetting your coffee in the morning on your way out the door. Okay, so just something that disrupts your daily life.
Right.
Challenges in planning or solving problems. But it linked out. So planning or solving problems, challenges. I know how to put things in my scheduler, but if you're trying to solve a simple problem, like your child asks you, "Hey mom, what's 2 + 2?" and you really can't figure it out, now you're getting to an issue that there's something going on, in your head, trying to plan how to drive to school and you can't figure that out. I see you, Preezy. I see you.
And I see a powerful Black woman. Yes, I agree with you, honey. That's
of course.
He's got all the symptoms.
I can relate every one of these to him. Difficulty completing familiar tasks. So things that you know how to do. You know how to put your clothes on. You know how to start your car. But imagine sitting in your car and you can't remember how to start your car. Or you're sitting on the side of the bed and you don't know how to put your clothes on, how to put your legs in your pants. That's a familiar task that you have forgotten how to do. And it's, imagine you sitting beside somebody and you're just looking at them like, "What are you doing?" And they say, "I forgot how to put my pants on." Because some of them are just genuinely honest and open with, "I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how I got here." And I have been on the highway before and I was frustrated. And I don't remember how I got from one spot to the other. And I was like, I feel like my mind had blanked out for a second, but this is like constantly. Confusion with time or place, which I think is what most people relate to people with Alzheimer's, not knowing who you are, not knowing what time it is, where you are. You take, especially if you go somewhere every day and then the next day you go and you're like, "Where are we? Whose house are we at?" Oh, we're at your house. That's a big sign. trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships, not knowing who somebody is, a visual image of seeing things, a tree, we don't know what that is, the general things that you should know, new problems with words in speaking or writing, that one kind of speaks for itself. If you are trying to say cat and you can't think of the word cat, or you're saying a different word for cat and it's messing you up.
That's
Writing.
why you hear Trump talking about that test he keeps taking. That's what they're
I was about to
testing
say
him
that.
for.
The cognitive
That
test.
cognitive test, that's the questions they ask to get at the stuff that Miss Jack is talking about.
Yeah,
right.
I'm going to give you 3 words, and they'll tell you at the beginning because they gave it to my mama. And it was at her primary care appointment. It was her first time seeing this doctor, and my mom doesn't have, she didn't have dementia, but they asked her anyway because she was almost 70. And then he was like, I'm going to give you these 3 words, and I want you to remember them. Okay? And by the time we left, they asked her again. She remembered the words. It wasn't we trying to see if you can be smart, how smart you are. It was to see if you forget these freaking words.
Look, at this point of the game with him, they just playing. They every week.
They playing.
It's their week now, you know.
They already know. They already know what it is.
They already know what time it is.
Not one time did my mama brag about passing it. Okay. She didn't brag about passing.
My mama did the same thing, but she just, she rattled them off.
I don't even knew if my mama took one because she ain't talked about it because it wasn't nothing to talk about.
And they don't give it to you. One thing they don't do is keep giving it to you, right? You have to actually show signs of we need to keep checking you for him to keep getting them.
Unless something ain't no sugar in the
milk
Kool-Aid,
ain't clean.
It's a little sour.
Hold on. I got a question before we go any further.
You sound like Lashandra.
Hold
on. Can you have multiple versions of dementia? Because I think he got all of them. Can you have multiple of them? Can you have the vascular, substance abuse? Can you have all of the dementias? He's got all of the dementias. He's got the dementia packet. I'm sorry. All right.
I definitely see some vascular in there.
I see some vascular. I see some substance lesions, and the legs are swollen. Anyway, go ahead, ladies. I'm sorry. Miss Morgan, cut it out.
Quiet as kept, I also see signs of strokes, but we ain't one to talk. I ain't one to gossip. You ain't heard that from me.
You ain't heard.
Number 7.
Gossip.
Number 7.
Wow, who did this to the pool? Who did this? What type of savages would do this to the pool?
Somebody just took a knife and cut 250 feet straight down the middle underwater. So if you have a family member and they just start saying random things like that, you may need.
Thank you, Cardi.
That's the sign, y'all. Okay.
That's why they keep getting them tests.
Bro, you did it. You.
But if you think about it, nobody's doing any type of stop letting him speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have that crazy auntie, you be like, hey.
No, they don't care.
When you have that crazy auntie, you be like,
now don't talk too long. You know,
they just trying to get their agenda across and get
put him on Front Street.
They can whisper in his ear now. He do what they want, so they don't. They just leave him out there. That picture.
That's my boy, though. I love
that picture.
My boy. That's my boy right there. Baby.
That's a look we need to put like on a one of those bobbleheads and put it up in the air at the news conferences. Like when he in their line, just put that up. Like, yeah, you're right. They pick me up and pull me up out of there so quick. I have a whole fat head. Like
you good as body slam. You good as body slam.
We got to get
Okay,
back to
number
the
7.
Alzheimer's. All right.
Number
All right.
7.
I'm sorry.
We almost there. Number 7. Misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps. Now, for me, misplacing things, I'm gonna skip past that one because I misplace a lot, but not one. It should happen once. Okay, you lose your keys. You know, you lose your
almost all the time.
Toothbrush. You ain't misplacing your toothbrush.
I don't misplace my toothbrush. I know.
Okay.
No, not my toothbrush.
Losing your ability to retrace your steps. So not being able to remember or think of, hey, where did I go today? If you only went 2 places, you should be able to retrace your steps and know that you went to the store. I went to Dollar Tree and I came home. I can't remember that. That might be a warning sign. Okay.
I got another question. So when he was walking around G Summit, the G7, and folks was walking this way, and he was walking that way, is that a sign? Is that a sign?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Here's another one. This one might really point him out. Number 8 is decreased or poor judgment.
Baby, bingo. That's it right there. That is.
But I question if he ever had good judgment. I don't think he ever had good judgment.
Me too. He
never.
never.
I don't think he did. But
I think he used to be able to watch what he said better.
Not anymore.
And I think this illness is removing his ability to inhibit himself from just.
Well, who can we write this up to and send it to so they know, like, this is what he got? I mean, y'all were playing with us. We got the whole diagnosis right here.
We got it.
They got the symptoms written down somewhere, but they can't put it in a diagnosis because then the world will know.
Right.
So they got it written down. They know he has it.
His fake doctors ain't gonna write that down.
The world knows, though.
His doctors wrote he was 6'3" and 200 pounds. Do you think they are going to listen to what we say?
They want to play with us and our emotions, put us through this PTSD and torture us.
Right. Number 9. Well, withdrawal from work or social activities. He definitely ain't withdrawing from social activities.
But he don't be at the house. He don't be at work though. He is never at work.
He don't withdraw. He go to sleep at every social gathering.
He talk about work. He talk about work, but he don't be working.
He be right there at the UFC fight like this. How you gonna
he was at the basketball game sleep. He was at the basketball game sleep. They said he was gonna do it. They said he ain't gonna do nothing but come here and go to sleep.
Him and the owner sitting right beside each other. He in there snoozing.
It didn't matter how loud it was. He was gone.
Number 10. This definitely applies to him. Changes in mood and personality. So if you have somebody that is the sweetest person in the world, well, this don't apply to him. And then you go talk to them and they are moody and cranky and start cursing and swearing. It's not Tourette's. It might not be Tourette's. It could be Tourette's. That might be a warning sign too. Changes in your mood and personality.
I know my grandfather, during his last, days, he was a very quiet man, but he started getting mean. And then he would look at my grandmother and call her by his mother. He would see his mother. He didn't see her any longer. He saw his mother. And he started saying his mother's name. Like, he was like, surprised, what you doing here? It was
my granddaddy would have mood swings real bad. And I think it was because of his situation as well, because again, he did have diabetes and they had to cut off like one foot, all the toes, one leg from the knee down, and he had to go to appointments and things. So he was getting frustrated with that, but he was more snappy. He was the calmest, nicest man, but he would get more like frustrated and snap with people. So you do see a change in the behavior. So those were the signs to watch.
Nikki,
go ahead.
I want to ask you a question. Go ahead, though.
I would say one of the key things too to remember is these things are interfering with your everyday life. It's not just like back in the day, your grandma would call you everybody's name, trying to call your name.
Oh, that's my grandma.
but it's not that. These are things that are constantly starting to interfere with your life, your everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
And
Have
when it
you
comes
guys
to a
seen?
man, when it comes to a man losing his independence, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that man has been the provider. He's been the man all his life, and now he has to depend, especially if, you know, he's can't do the things that he used to do. You know, it's not that I always, because my grandfather, my papa, he had dementia also, and no, he had Alzheimer's, and it's not that he was angry at my grandmother. He was just angry about life and his you know, your quality of life means a lot. You know, I don't want to be the one that I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to go out before I have to have anybody take care of me. Honestly, I don't want anybody.
I wouldn't want that on my family. At all.
No.
I think one of the saddest parts of Alzheimer's is we've seen the commercials of people, or even people make videos now on TikTok about their family members forgetting who they are.
Yes.
And there was a commercial. I'm not sure if it was Kroger, but it was a grocery commercial, and it was about the mother putting salt instead of sugar in the pie, and the little girl was like, "It's salty," and the family had to have a conversation about, you know, mom is going through some things, and I think that's just the saddest part for
It is
having to watch somebody you love forget who you are sometimes. Not once you get full blown, like I said,
I
my grandma doesn't know who she is.
Want to see that. I know my grandmother's in early stages, but she is short-term memory, forget things. Like if you tell her something, she'll be like, "Oh, okay," and then she'll ask you about 5 minutes later the same thing. But she remembers things from the past. She remembers them, and she knows that she's going through it. So she'll say to me when I talk to her, she'll be like, "I'll never forget you. You're my baby." You know, she always says that reassuring. Yeah, that's my baby.
So you all are bringing up something that I wanted to bring up that is a great segue into is anticipatory grief. Because it's on both sides, right? So you have the person who's forgetting these things, who sees it, who understands that something's happening. They're not able to do the things they used to do. Then you have the caregiver or the child or the family members who are grieving the loss of this person right in front of them. So, you know, it's like, it's my husband, but he doesn't remember our anniversary, or he doesn't remember certain things, and he's not the same person that I married. You know, there might be some physical changes, some cognitive changes, some different things that have happened, and our relationship is changing. Or like you said, a mom, you know, the mom, she knows my face, but she can't say my name. So it's an anticipatory grief. Like, I'm grieving losing this person, but they're still alive, which is different from a loss after someone's gone. So you're going through the stages of grief while they're there in front of you, and then you turn around, and when they're gone, you have to go through it again.
That's tough.
So it's almost like you're losing this person twice.
Yeah. And it's like watching an ill person, you know, somebody that's with cancer or something. You know it's coming, but then once it happens, it's done. But it's got to be tough. It has to be.
I see the panic in when my parents were here, my mom was here. She was constantly on the phone with my grandmother, and my grandmother remembered how to FaceTime, so she would FaceTime my mama every day. They talked every day, and my mother had an anxiety because even though she knows she left her with her sister, which is her other daughter, she's the caregiver of my mother, and and in her head, she said, "Did you give her medicine? Did you make sure she did this? She got a cold. Take her to her appointment." And my aunt was like, "You know, but it's the anxiety because her and my dad are my grandmother's caregiver, and she literally depends on them. So that's why her comfort is with them.
Yeah,
and she called every day.
Yeah, my aunt brought my granddad
home when y'all coming home. She asked me when I'm coming home, and I've been gone for 9 years. Every time I talk to her, she said, "When you coming home?" And it is heartbreaking.
It is. Go ahead, Shanika.
I was gonna say another tough part, and I know we got to go. My aunt had to bring my granddad home with her because he wasn't safe for him to live by himself anymore, because she called him and said, "Hey, I'm down the street trying to get somebody help with gas," and he was in the house. So she kept him there as long as she could. Then she threw her back out trying to bathe him because he was also disabled, and she had to finally put him in a nursing home too because she couldn't care for him. My uncle's wasn't worth for them, a blip. So trying to have to put somebody in a facility that you can't take care of is tough as well. Watching them.
So I wanted to give this out, and I agree with you, Miss Jack. It's baby sis, it's hard watching our loved ones. We've watched them, we've known them all of our lives, and it's hard watching them. So I wanted to give this out. I don't know if the girls were going to give this out, but I wanted you guys, if you have questions about it, if you need support, go to www.a as in Apple, L as in Larry, Z as in zebra.org. And get you some assistance. There's people that you can speak with. There's resources out there. Please reach out. You're not alone. Unfortunately, and fortunately, you know, there is a lot of people that experience this with their family members, and they experience it within themselves. So, but we are a community, and it's up to us to provide those resources that you need in order to get you through it and help you in any way that we can. All right, sisters, this was a very enlightening, because I did not know that Alzheimer's was a part of dementia. I had no clue, but a very informative conversation. Thank you so much for doing your research and bringing this to the community. We love y'all for this. Any last words, Counselor Nikki?
Yes, you can also reach out to your local area agency on aging. They will have resources for you as well. Kitty, I sent you some support little clip too, image with some stuff on there. So I don't know if you want to throw that out there somewhere. But your local area on aging is also really good, and your insurance company can tell you about stuff that they have. But if you're a caregiver, you're not alone in this. Allow your community to help you. Allow people to give you a break, because burnout is real, and you can't pour from an empty cup.
You cannot. You cannot. Thank you so much, Nikki. Sister Shanika, any last
I have a phone number for you guys too. It is the Alzheimer's Association. You can speak directly to a specialist. This is 24/7 helpline. It is 1-800-272-3900. And for anybody that may be wondering if you are dealing with someone that does have dementia or Alzheimer's, do not be in denial of the signs that you're seeing. Take them seriously and get some help.
What's the number one more time?
1-800-272-3900.
Thank you so very much, Sister Shanika. All right, Miss Morningstar. I know this has been a very enlightening. It's been a very enlightening show, especially for those who just didn't know, like myself. That was that bars, yeah. Thank you so much, ladies. Miss Morningstar, can you please take us home?
Oh, yeah, it was a great show. Thank you, ladies, for sharing all that informative information, because I'm pretty sure it was beneficial to almost every listener today, because somebody has a person that they love in their family that's going through this. So it's, you know, it's a part of life, and we need to be able to know how to adjust to it. So thank you again. Memphis, Tennessee, Holly Springs, Mississippi, we thank you guys, as always, for tuning in to the Our Plus Community Connection Show. Come back again tomorrow for some political tea, so y'all gonna get all the fun stuff, you know, about Ron. We just diagnosed him today, so some more stuff. So y'all make sure y'all come back tomorrow. Thank you, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We appreciate your support. Y'all have a great day. Be great, be safe, and see you tomorrow at 9. Bye. As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guest. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.